Okay, so today we're reviewing Chapter 8. Please remember that the conversions that you're going to be using for this test need to be in your notes, or you need to have an I-STEP review sheet. They will not be given to you otherwise. Okay, so make sure you have your notes all ready and ready to go for the test. So we're going to start off by just doing some conversions. So we're going to convert from gallons to quarts. Now you know that in 1 gallon there are 4 quarts. Okay, so we are going from a larger unit of measure to a smaller unit of measure. So we are going to multiply, and we're going to take 2 times 4, and that is 8. For ounces to pounds, okay, there are 16 ounces in 1 pound. Okay, so this is my smaller unit of measure to my larger unit of measure. So I'm going to divide 32 divided by 16, which is 2. Okay, so having these conversions is going to determine whether you do well on your test or not. Okay, I wanted to go over briefly on measurement. So let me get my ruler out. So we need to make sure we understand how to measure with inches and also how we measure with our centimeters and millimeters. So when we're measuring an inch, we're going to start, make sure our line starts at 0 on the inches side. And I'm measuring to the nearest 1/4 of an inch. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 full inches. Okay, here's halfway. Here's 1/4. So the nearest 1/4 of an inch, it would be 4 1/4 inches. If I were to measure this one down here, once again, I'm going to set it up at 0. And it's 1 full inch. Okay, here's the 1/4. Here's the halfway mark. And for us, in this case, it's closer to halfway. So it's going to be 1½ inches. Okay. For the metric system, we can measure in both centimeters and millimeters at the same time. So our centimeters are what is on, the ruler. So I have 11 full centimeters. And then I go just a little bit past the 11. So I'm going to put 11.1 centimeters. Remember that in each centimeter there are 10 millimeters. So I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 111 millimeters here. Coming down here, line it up at the 0. I have 1 full centimeter, 1 point, and I'm going to count over. 1, 2, 3, it looks like 1.3 centimeters. Meaning I have 10 millimeters plus 3 more, so that's 13 millimeters. Okay, so that's how we're going to be measuring centimeters, millimeters, inches, okay, on our ruler. We'll be doing this in class as well through our review stations. Okay, let me get rid of this. So next we're going to go over converting in the metric system. And remember, when you do this using King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. Okay. In this problem, I'm starting at millimeters, and I'm going back to the base unit of meters. Start, end. And I'm going to count backwards. 1, 2, and 3. My decimal point's right here, so I go back 1, 2, and 3. Here's my new decimal point, and I'm going to add 2 zeros. Okay, for this one here, I'm starting at kilometers, and I'm ending at millimeters. Okay, so this time I'm counting to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Here's my decimal. Go to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So in this case, I'm adding a lot of zeros. 20 million millimeters in 20 kilometers. Okay, time. Now what we need to know about time is that there's 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour. So if that needs to be carried over each time, then we need to do that. So I have 12 seconds plus 3 seconds, which would give us a total of 15 seconds. 14 minutes plus 48 minutes is going to give us 62 minutes. Well, we know that I can take away 60 of these minutes because that equals 1 hour. So I'm going to apply my 1 hour over here, and now I'm going to have 2 minutes left. Okay, 1 hour plus 3 hours plus 4 hours is a total of 8 hours. So my answer is 8 hours, 2 minutes, and 15 seconds. When I subtract time, you're doing the same thing. 20 minus 12 is going to give me 8 seconds. I can't take 25 minutes from 7, so I'm going to borrow an hour to make this 4 hours. And I'm going to make this then 67 minutes because there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. Okay, so 67 minus 25, I get 2, 4 here, so 42 minutes. Then I'm taking 4 hours minus 2 hours, and that is 2 hours. Okay, so you're going to have to do some renaming when you're doing addition and some borrowing when you're doing subtraction, remembering the conversions along the way. Okay, and then this last thing we talked about was temperature. So they want you to decide the temperature of a glass of orange juice. Would it be 10 degrees Celsius or negative 20 degrees Celsius? Well, if you recall, freezing in Celsius is 0 degrees. So if it was negative 20, that means your orange juice would be frozen. Okay, most people don't want to drink a glass of orange juice frozen. So we know it has to be 10 degrees Celsius. Please make sure, especially for this section, that you're looking at all those benchmarks we wrote down. Okay, remember boiling is 100 degrees Celsius. Hot coffee would be about 93 degrees Celsius. A desert would be 60 degrees Celsius. 38 degrees Celsius would be like a day at the beach. 30 degrees Celsius is just a sunny day, about 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, a cool day would be about 15 degrees Celsius. 0 is freezing, so it would be when snow would be on the ground. And negative 20 would be very, very cold. Okay. All right. As always, thanks for watching. Ask any questions you have tomorrow before we take our test, or if you're watching us before the review, you're going to be very prepared for your review today and able to help your group a lot. So, as always, thanks for watching.